Nothing really, just trying to
Grinding.
get better.
That's what's up, man. I thought you told me you wanted to go to Florida. You rocking Carolina?
I went there like 2 weeks ago. I toured and I did a 6v6 tournament.
How did you do?
We won the whole thing.
You went to Carolina or Florida?
I went to Carolina, Duke, and Penn State.
Did you? Oh, your dad sent me some clips of you. How did you do and everything?
It was fun. It was a good experience, and I got to meet a lot of people.
Amazing. You met some of the like players and coaches. What was some of the stuff that did they give you feedback and everything?
Um, in the North Carolina camp, she like talked
Hold
about a
on,
lot of.
say it one more time. You broke up on me. My bad.
In the North Carolina camp, we like she talked about the head coach talked a lot about like confidence and like how like the tournament was like just for like you to get better and at Penn State it was a lot about like being different and like what is a mistake and what isn't
Uh
and
huh.
how you should just like let go of them.
Yep. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Um, that's that shit right there. That's that real shit. That's the stuff you need to hear. Um, you know what I mean? Just this confidence piece. Who did you meet with at North Carolina? Did you meet Marie McCall?
The head coach,
I don't know if she's the head coach. I think she's an assistant coach.
black hair, yeah.
Black, yeah, that's my girl. Yeah, she that's my dog. Man. So you guys play sixes? That's what's up. So I kind of want to, talk with you. What's been going on from a mental standpoint and on the field standpoint? What are some things that you've been, working with and dealing with and everything?
Um, after like North Carolina camp and like Penn State camp, like I think I just like start to like be like more loose and like have more fun.
So I want to unpack that, right? Because I want to be able to get you to, I want you to be able to turn it on and be loose um, immediately every time you step on the field. So let's unpack that a little bit. What kind of makes you, you know, fearful to turn it on and play and have fun every time you step on the field?
Making a mistake.
Yeah, man. And what's one of those things like when the coaches talk to you about making mistakes? What was some of those things that they told you about? Like, hey, what are mistakes and what aren't?
Not like what is a mistake, where like if we're like throwing the ball away or if we're like forcing a pass that shouldn't be there or like just trying to like go to the cage.
And so before games, sometimes you're like scared to mess up.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. Uh, this is what I see in most players and just across the country, man. Mm, what happens is, right? What we do is we create this imaginary pressure. You know what I'm saying? We create this pressure in our mind of, oh, I'm gonna mess up. Oh, I'm not gonna make the right play. Oh, I'm not gonna play fast. Oh, I'm not gonna dodge well. Oh, I'm gonna miss my shots. And 100% of the time, we create that shit in our mind, and it don't be real. And so before we get to the game, before we show up in the games, you know what I'm saying? Before we play in the game, before the first draw, before the ball, gets on the ground or whatever, we've already mentally psyched ourselves out and made ourselves scared of what's about to happen because of this constant notion of telling ourselves, hey, I'm gonna mess up. Hey, I'm gonna not play fast. I'm not gonna play quick. But what you got to do is you got to change that. You got to change that conversation. You got to figure out. You got to figure out at the from when you're going to like when you're going into the games and warm ups and everything and stretching and even when you're in the car, man, driving to the destination of where the game or clinic or practice is about to be played, you have to practice conditioning your mind to think the right things. Does that kind of make sense to you?
Yeah.
So it's like right now where we are, you're going to games and playing, your mind is conditioned to think about those mistakes. And let me tell you something about mistakes. I want to tell you how to overcome this. Like, I want to tell you how to overcome this. mm, this I want to tell you how to change this relationship that you have with mistakes. Because here's the thing: a mistake is only a mistake. I want you to write this down. A mistake is only a mistake. A mistake is only a mistake if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and you don't change it. So if I got the ball and I saw you on the circle and everything, your dad sent me a video of you busting your ass off the circle and you went and got the ball and you went and scored the goal. And I was like, man, that's how you fucking hustle off the circle right there. That's how you really get after it right there. And I want to commend you for that. But watch this. If you got the ball in your hand and you're turning the ball over and you're constantly, let's say, hey, I tried to make a dodge and the ball got knocked out of my hand and I turned the ball over. If you continue to turn the ball over that same way, that's the only way it could be considered a mistake, because you made that mistake, you made it permanent. But what we have to do with mistakes, though, we have to start taking mistakes and challenging what we believe on a mistake, right? Because if I drop the ball and I turn the ball over, and then I immediately identify why I turned it over, and then I come back down the next play and I make a change, then it can't be considered a mistake, because that's not permanent. So watch this. Give me 1 second. So when we look up the definition of mistake, the definition is, by definition, it says an action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. Here's the thing: you the greatest thing that you can do to improve your confidence is make mistakes. So it's like, don't try to have this relationship of, hey, I got to be a perfect player, right? Because I'll tell you the truth, college coaches, they don't want perfect players, because perfect don't exist. You're gonna make mistakes. What college coaches want, they want players that can make mistakes and minimize those mistakes. They want players that can make mistakes and get better from those mistakes. They want players that can make mistakes and still be able to push through those mistakes and get better and help other people get better through those mistakes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense to you? So it's like, I hear players say this all the time. I don't want to make mistakes. I'm scared to make mistakes. I want to be a perfectionist. Well, if you if you want to be, elite, great, or confident, you have to realize that, hey, you can't prevent mistakes from happening. They're bound to happen. They're bound to, no matter how good you play, they're gonna happen. But it's that mental conditioning of saying, hey, listen, man, I gotta figure out, I can't keep being afraid of mistakes, because that mindset right there, being afraid to make mistakes, that's what makes you play slow and timid. And so when you cut that off, that when you cut that off, that fear off of making mistakes, and you realize that, hey, one, you're a human being and you're gonna make mistakes. When you cut that relationship off with having that fear of mistakes, that is when you're able to go to the field and go to the games every day and play free and have fun every time, because you're not worried about this constant cycle of, your mind is not constantly racing in a track meet of, hey, I don't want to mess up. No, 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 no. Your greatest teacher in life, your greatest teacher in life is going to be the mistakes that you make. You got a long. You're in eighth grade, seventh grade, right?
Eighth.
Eighth. You got a long career. You have a long career. You have 4 years of high school, and then you'll have another 4 years of college. Now, between these next 8 years, you're gonna play 500 plus games, or probably more than that. And so it's like you gotta be. You again. We talk about this all the time. You control what goes on in here. If you allow mistakes and you allow fear and self-doubt to control what goes on in here, you'll never be able to win exceptionally on the field. Does that make sense? And so it's like you gotta take that fear and grab it and step on it and say, hey, I'm not gonna continue to allow you to punk me, and I'm not gonna continue to allow fear and self-doubt and fear of mistakes to make me mess up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Like the fear is what causes you to play slow and what causes you not to, you said, hey, after this camp, I showed up and I was, I had more fun and I played a lot faster. And that's true, but you just got to practice being more consistent with training your mind with saying, hey, I got to practice realizing that mistakes are going to happen, but I got to practice training my mind to overcome them, play through them, and maintain my confidence and my speed and my stick skills, maintain all of my skills throughout those mistakes. That's what mental toughness and mental resiliency is. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
people come to me all the time and they say, hey, coach, I show up to these college camps and I'm scared. And I'm like, what the hell are you scared of? This what you want. This what you want. This what the hell you want. You want to play in front of college coach. You want a scholarship. You want exposure. This what you want. Don't allow fear of mistakes and self-doubt. Don't allow that to make you afraid of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like this what you this what you prepare and work hard for. You know what I'm saying? It's what you practice for. This is what you put all that work in for. And so it's like the biggest thing is, man, you got to trust yourself. It's not the mistakes that hurt you. It's when you make those mistakes and you let that parlay into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mistakes. And it's like you're not hurting your team if you make mistakes. You're hurting your team if you continue to let those mistakes happen and you don't fix and change, that outcome. Does that make sense to you? Kind of tell me,
Yeah.
write that down for me real quick. I want you to be able to look over that. Write down, hey, I'm not hurting my team if I make mistakes. And then write down, I'm hurting my team if I let one mistake parlay into 3, 4, and 5 mistakes. Yeah, that's good right there. That's good. I'm not hurting my team if I make mistakes. I'm hurting my team if I let those mistakes parlay into 3, 4, and 5 messed up plays. And I'm gonna tell you how to prevent this. Immediately when you make a mistake, like what's something that I'll say it when you get done writing. You done? I'll say it when you get done writing. So what's something that you consider a mistake outside of turning the ball over? What's a mistake to you?
Like going off sides.
Yeah. So okay, you make the mistake one time. Here's the thing: if you want to separate yourself from everybody else, learn how to make your mistakes. Learn how to minimize them. Because again, I told you, the best players on the field are the ones who minimize their mistakes. Right? You're gonna make mistakes, but again, we can't make them constantly. So if you jump off sides one time, what I want you to start doing, immediately going into your mind and start identifying, hey, Why did I jump off sides? And how can I not prevent it the next time down? And how can I still play fast, but still not jump off sides? So you got to be able to, on the field, you got to be able to be a coach to yourself, because your coach is coaching you and telling you one thing, but you got to be able to mentally hear what your coach is saying. But on the field, man, it's a mental war. It's a mental battle. And so it's like, if you want to really win the game within, you got to be on the field, and you got to really you got to constantly talk to yourself and tell yourself, hey, I just messed up right there. Okay, bet the next play I ain't gonna mess up like that. All right, I just jumped off sides right there. Okay, maybe I was leaning forward too far on a false start, or maybe I was, off balance, or maybe I was. The best players are coaches to themselves. Like, they know how to coach themselves, right? You can put them anywhere on the field, and they'll know what to correct, what to work on, without a coach telling them much. That's how you. That's that shit. That's how you really go to an elite level. That's like when you add skill and talent, when you add elite skill and elite talent and elite stick skills, elite shooting, elite dodging, when you add that to an elite mindset, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Write that. Write down the words elite skill plus elite mindset equals unstoppable. And that's that shit. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get a pen and piece of paper because I need to write that down. I just came up with that on the fly. Give me 1 second. Don't laugh at my purple blanket, man. It's my wife's. I saw you looking. I was like, what the hell? This guy got a purple. But that's that stuff, man. Elite, elite skills plus elite mindset equals unstoppable. That's the equation for you right there. So anytime you're on the field, if you're succeeding on the field, or anytime you're struggling with anything, if you're struggling with confidence, you can always come back to this equation. Maybe you might be elite on the field, and maybe your confidence or your energy might be low. And so we gotta add more to the bucket of elite mindset. You got me? It can't never be elite mindset is here and my elite skills are down here. Or my elite skills are up here and my elite mindset down here. They always got to be on the same level. It got to always be on the same level so that when they mesh together, bro, that's what make you a dog, bro. That's what really make you a dog. All right, I want to do this. I want to kind of recap on what we talked about last week in terms of like you being aggressive. Did you kind of like, were you able to identify some of those things that we talked about this past week? How did it work out for you and everything?
So like off ball, I was cutting more and like calling for the ball, and then when like a teammate was like doing really well, like I would try and like pick for them or like get them the ball.
So man, I'm glad you were able to do that. How was that? How was that able to help your team and everything?
One game in Penn State, we won 9-4. So like everyone got an opportunity, and we just like worked the ball around.
Amazing. So when y'all go to the camps, are you going with your club team, or are you going? How was that? How does that work?
For North Carolina camp, we took like 12 girls and we went all to North Carolina for like the weekend. Um, for Duke, like we didn't get to actually do lacrosse, but then we got to like go to the basketball game and like tour the campus.
What game did y'all go to for the Duke game?
Duke against Virginia.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was
That's
really fun.
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man, you got to see Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Well,
He,
no, but we got to like
he was
be
hurt.
like I I didn't.
He didn't play. Oh, oh, y'all didn't watch the game.
No, we got to go. Like we got to watch it. I just like don't really know who Cooper Flag is.
Okay, okay. He's like, well, he's. I thought you knew. He's gonna be like the number one pick in the NBA draft this year.
They kept talking about him. I just like
Yeah. He's their guy. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Well, that's what's up. I'm glad you was able to take the things that we talked about and immediately apply them. Um, just keep doing that. All right. Every game, man, you got to be active, be an active player. You know, even if you're not scoring the goals, always be moving and always be doing something. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to get to work with you and work with you on the field standpoint and see how I can kind of help you from a talent standpoint. But mentally, man, you show up the right way. I can feel your focus every time I've met with you and everything. And so, what do you have upcoming this week? Like, are you going anywhere?
tomorrow I have tryouts for American Select. So last year we did it and we won the whole thing. So I'm hoping this
Same
year,
thing,
yeah.
same exact outcome. That's what's up. Yeah. So just remember, just repeat this stuff to yourself. Elite skills plus elite mindset equals unstoppable. Just, it's literally that simple. People try to overcomplicate being confident. Man, this shit is that simple. Elite skills, right? Work on your game enough to where you are a dog, where you are elite, and elite mindset. You got to think the right way. I tell people a lot of times, everybody want to go D1, but everybody ain't got a D1 mindset. Yeah, write that down. Everybody want to go D1. Everybody want to go D1. Everybody. If you go around the country right now and ask people, hey, you want to go D1, D2, D3? Everybody says they want to go D1. But everybody ain't got a conditioned D1 mindset. You got to be conditioned. Like your mindset got to be conditioned to think like a winner, man. You got to think like a success, act like a success, talk like a success, play like a success, practice like a success, be confident like a success. Because what that does is when you think like that, when you have your mind conditioned to think like that, you really step on the field expecting great things for yourself. And that's where real confidence comes from. It's a level of expectation from self, right? Your coaches and parents might have expectations of you, but it's like, bro, internally, I got to expect myself to win. I got to expect myself to do good. I got to expect myself to take great shots, be a good dodger, win my 1v1s. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from in your mind, man. So I don't really have anything else for you. We'll follow up again. I do want to do some work with you though. From an on the field step, I know you say you work out on the field in your yard. You got like a big yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man, let's do some work. When you come next week, we're gonna work out a little bit. All right, I'm gonna help you with some dodges and stuff, and we'll still do some mental stuff. But I want to show you some dodge techniques to kind of help you be a better dodger and be more elite in that area.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me? Anything you're struggling? Is there anything that you've been struggling with that you've been thinking through other than just showing up ready to games?
Is there like anything like I should be doing like after a game? Like
Yeah. So watch this. Hold on. I'm gonna give you that. 1 second. So is there anything that you should be doing after games? What are you normally doing right now after games?
oh, like during the tournament, I'll after a game I will like use my massage gun again and then like eat a banana.
Yeah, get you some protein. Get you some protein. Get the right fuel in your body. How much water are you drinking? That's what that. Come on, man. That's where we gotta write this down on your paper. Drink more water. Drink. Hey, when I asked you that question, you said you look like, oh shit. I know I'm not drinking this. Hey man, you gotta drink. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you to drink more water. All right, because again, you gotta be hydrated. You got to be conditioned, and hydration is again, this is a mental tactic. The more hydrated your body is, the more you take care of your body, the more your body will take care of you. So you got to put the right stuff in your body, drinking a ton of water, eating the right, eating a ton of protein. So after the games, eat a ton of protein. I know you're eating your bananas and everything, but make sure you're eating protein like not eggs, like the right type of chicken, like grilled chicken, baked chicken, steak. Uh, did I say grilled chicken? Mm, tons of vegetables, fruit, and proteins, man. Um, that's pretty much it. You want to basically after games, you want to just refuel your body. You're refilling the tank. So it's not just like, oh hey, I just played in these games. Let me just go eat a bunch of Skittles. And what's your favorite candy? You like candy? You don't like candy?
Like airheads.
Like yeah. I mean, it's all good for you in moderations and everything. Like, but after the games, you should be fueling your body back up, and then also getting the proper rest, making sure you get off your feet. You know, like you said, I love that you're using your massage gun, but make sure you get off your feet and make sure you just stand. Another thing, making sure you stay stretched out, making sure you're keeping your body stretched out, and these are all connected to the brain as well. Because one second. One second. Give me 1 second. You can still see me, right? So there's this thing called I had to look up the term. I forgot it. I studied this in college. So there's this term called neuromuscular recovery and cognitive function. And so basically what that means is after games, what you should be doing is making sure you stay stretched out so that this will reduce that muscle tension, and it will promote better blood flow for you, which aids in, which helps in recovery and prevents fatigue. You ever have those moments where you like, feel just super tired after games? You got to make sure you stand stretched out. And a well recovered body, a well, you know, taken care of body, like I said, your body will take care of you if you take care of it. A well recovered body leads to a sharper mind. You know what I'm saying? And a sharp mind would allow you to stay focused and stay confident on what it is that you're trying to do. And hydration is very crucial for brain function because, again, if you're dehydrated, this is why I tell you to drink a ton of water, because if you're dehydrated, right, that's going to cause mental fatigue. It's going to cause slower reaction time, and it's going to cause, decreased decision making. And these are all key levels to being a high performer in lacrosse, man. And so it's just mind, body, and recovery. You got to take care of your mind, take care of your body, and that will allow you to be able to take care of the things that you need to take care of on the field. Does that all make sense? So I'm gonna challenge you. Drink more water. I want to challenge you now. How much water do you think I drink a day?
3 gallons.
Probably not that much, but I drink anywhere between 6 to 10 on a good day, 8 to 10 um, bottles a day. But I'm consistent. Yeah, I drink a ton of water, but I'm consistently. Um, hey, I still work out too now. I got to make sure I'm damn fit too now. I got to make sure I'm still in shape, baby. But uh, consistently, I'm about 6 to 8 a day. So I want to challenge you. Give me 6 to 8, and you'll start to see the more water you drink, man. A lot of kids struggle with confidence because they just simply don't drink enough water, and because the lack of water intake is what's causing the mental fatigue because of that hydration. Your body's tired, your mind is tired. So you got to put that water in your body. So I'm gonna challenge you 6 to 8 balls, 6 to 8 cups today. Can you do that?
I'll try.
I'm gonna check up on you. I'm gonna ask your dad now. Make sure you're drinking the water, bro. And not bro, I didn't mean to call you bro, my bad. But I'm gonna make sure you're drinking the water and taking care of your body. But that's what you should be doing after games. All right. Get off your feet, eat some protein, a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies, a lot of grilled chicken. That's why I don't know when y'all do they not feed y'all when y'all go to the camps and stuff?
No.
That's shitty. That's
At Hofstra they did, but
that's
I haven't been to Hofstra in a long time.
that's bad that these high level programs are not feeding you guys. They have the best nutrition centers in America. They should be feeding you guys. But hey, I'm not telling you not to eat your, because I eat sugar, as well. Like I eat cakes and stuff. I'm about to go get some cake after I get tonight. I'm gonna have some cake tonight. So it's like I'm not telling you not to do that stuff, but it's like you gotta put more into your body that will help you because what you put into your body is what will come out, meaning your performance. So that's pretty much all I got for you today, man. I'll see you next week. Good luck with everything. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Read over these notes, and man, go out there and crush that shit, man. Like step out there thinking that you're the best on the field. You feel me? Again, you got to think like that. You got to think I'm the best on the field. There's nothing wrong with that. It's that alter ego we talk about. I'm the best, and you gotta think like that, and then you got to go out there and prove it to yourself. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll see you next week. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.